I saw a movie over the weekend. I saw it on Friday night. Steph and I went to see Sonic the Hedgehog. That was a pregnant pause there for some coffee. And I guess the $1 million question, is Sonic the Hedgehog any good? It's okay. It's a totally okay children's movie. It does have some jokes in there for the adults that'll probably go over the kids' heads. It has a lot of heart to it, I will say. It does. It's also pretty faithful to the Sonic lore. There's a lot of nods to the games and the animated show, and the guy who plays John Ralphio in Parks and Rec does a great job of acting as Sonic. The performances are kind of cheesy. Like, I feel like, in particular, Jim Carrey, he's gotten probably the most praise for his performance of Dr. Robotnik. I think it's a little too over the top for me, just a bit. And the story is very, I mean, it's a very formulaic story, but Sonic the character has a lot of heart. And overall, I ended up liking it more than I didn't like it. And like, throughout that whole movie, the one thing I was thinking was, man, I am so glad that they redesigned Sonic, because I don't think that movie as a whole is strong enough to stand on its own with Sonic looking the way that Sonic looks. It's not like this is an Oscar-worthy movie and then the design of Sonic brings it down to like, it's just okay. I think it is an okay movie, and if Sonic looked like he did in the trailers, people would demolish it. So I think that part of why the movie is doing okay is like, it's an okay movie and Sonic looks okay, and I can't pick it apart for that very specific reason. And like, Sonic is in it a ton. Like, you can't, if he looked like trailer Sonic for the entire thing, people would have like just been very unsettled at the sight of trailer Sonic throughout that whole movie. Ian says, if a person does not like Sonic, would they still like the movie, or could they still like the movie? I think so. I think I don't think the lore of it is so deep that if you haven't played the video games, you're not going to understand what's going on. Like, I think it is an okay kids movie. There are other kids movies that work better with or without the lore. I would even say Detective Pikachu is probably still the gold standard for video game movies, even though I think like Detective Pikachu, to me, on a 5-star scale, it's like a 3.5. Sonic's like a 3. But yeah, if you enjoy Sonic the Hedgehog and you had some concerns, like, I think it's fine. If you are a Sonic fan, definitely go see it. If you've never played the Sonic games or have no emotional attachment to Sonic, but you're interested in like the video game side of it, like, it's okay as well. I'd check it out. Detective Pikachu is just so freaking cute. Yes, it's incredibly cute. Sonic has some cute moments too. And one of the things that, sorry, took off glasses. My glasses are very dusty right now. The thing about Sonic that I found interesting was they portrayed him as being a younger than I normally see him in. Like, he's portrayed as like a 10-year-old kid. And I think that with good reason, they set it up in such a way that it makes sense that Sonic is young, and it probably works for the character in this particular movie. And it helps because he's like a kid on Earth when he's not from that planet. But I just found it interesting that they did that, because it also gives him a bunch of character flaws too that the character normally doesn't have in the video games, or the cartoon for that matter.